fun. Oh yeah, this is going to be so much fun. Hi there. Welcome to Cast Iron Wednesday, everyone, where, as you know, a lot of YouTube cooking channels have devote this special day to cooking in cast iron, or at least talking about cast iron. And yeah, I think you could see something a little bit different. Well, as the saying goes, there's an interesting story behind that. I did tell that on my on the community part of my YouTube channel, and I told it on my Facebook as well. And I will talk a little bit more about that in a little later. Suffice to say, yeah, my cooking is unfortunately going to be kind of limited. But nonetheless, though, I am still going to be attempting one project. I understand that some people may think that I'm being a fool for doing this, but hey, after all, it is Valentine's Day, and you know, a lot of people act like fools on Valentine's Day. You know, a fool for love, or in my case, love of cast iron. But well, anyway, this is not going to be hard at all either. We are making, because it is Valentine's Day, the least I could do, despite all this, would be to simply make a chocolate cake. And that really involves no more than just mixing the ingredients together, greasing the pan, and then just popping it in the oven. So even like this, especially since I have the ingredients all set together already, that takes care of the worst of it. So anyway, yeah, here we are again, YouTube Live. And what do we have here? Yes. Hi there, Papa Dan, who went to Miami in 2015 for his job. Everything's frozen here in Oklahoma. Yeah, the weather has been so much fun. That's part of the reason why I have this. We had our first storm here in New England on Sunday. We had another smaller one yesterday, and we originally had a third one planned for this Friday, but they've changed the forecast. Now it's just going to be bitter, bitter cold. Though I understand we may have another snowstorm coming by Monday. Well, it's winter in New England. What else can we say? So, yes, have you ever made, Texas Chef, have you ever made bread in a Dutch oven? A few times I have made no-knead bread, yes. And I am not the best bread maker. I need a lot of practice with that. Part of the reason why is that there's one problem I have with no-knead bread. You know, that recipe calls for you to slowly rise the dough for about 15 to 20 hours. Every single time without fail, I have tried doing that. I've ended up spoiling the yeast and giving it an alcoholic flavor to it. No, I don't mean sourdough. I mean more like spoiled dough, unfortunately. So it does still work, and the taste is not unbearable, but it is nothing like sourdough, unfortunately. I've had much more luck with no-knead bread with the other option that they call the turbo method. That's where you use more yeast, like about 2 to 3 teaspoons instead of only a quarter teaspoon, and raise the dough in only about an hour and a half to 2 hours. I've had somewhat more luck that way. So anyway, hello, Edmund Boyles. Hello, Papa Dan. Yeah, trooper may not be the word that some people are thinking of. But we will find out after this is all over. And let me get started on this so that we can do things other than just stand around and cook, or stand around and talk. And then I guess we will talk, because I'm sure you want to hear my little interesting story. And I do have some things to say as well about Valentine's Day and about cast iron. So I guess that's the other thing, is that one thing I've learned is that here comes our roller coaster ride again. It is surprisingly easy to make a chocolate cake from scratch, or to make a cake from scratch, actually. And yes, before I learned how to cook, we only made box mixes, and there's nothing wrong with making box mixes, but everything we see here is all the ingredients we need to make a cake, and that's really not very much. For the record, also, especially because it's Valentine's Day, we have a very unusual cake pan. In fact, this is a Dutch oven. This is a 2-quart enamel Dutch oven that I actually got last year. I've got this for $20 at our favorite kitchen store, Bed Bugs and Beyond. They had a sale on this thing for $20, and I had wanted one of those heart-shaped Dutch ovens for quite a while. So yeah, it was one of those things that I simply could not pass up. Did a black cat cross your path? Well, granted, I do have a black cat, so I'm sure he's crossed my path many times. Anyway, as I mentioned, though, putting a cake together is really not hard at all. In fact, it's so easy, I could do it one-handed now that the ingredients are together, and I have had a lot of help from my roommate for that, which is why we start with the easy stuff. What we have here is 2 cups of sugar, which I'm going to put over here on the mixer. I will change the I'll change the view over once I get started on mixing these things. Did I do this right? I put this on backwards, of course. Always something. There we go. As always, thank you for your patience, folks. There we go. Okay, now that we've started that, now we can change our view and get over here. Wasn't that fun? And start mixing. Okay, from here we go. Don't want to trip over the cord. And like any geek, I keep my recipe right here on my phone, of course. And okay, so easy enough. We've got 2 cups of sugar. We have 2 cups of good old all-purpose flour. Also in here on top, we've got 1 teaspoon each of baking powder and baking soda, so it will rise properly. And yes, I am going to be mixing all of this even before adding the wet ingredients. That's actually a very important part of the process here. So now that we've gotten that much, our next step, however, I should get started on it right about now. So this is going to be fun doing this one-handed. Actually, that wasn't so hard. Twist and shout. And up we go. And there we go. Back. Let's see if we can get a better view of that, because I'm sure it would be more, whoops, wrong way, other direction, silly. Raise this up. As always, I appreciate your patience as I stumble through this. That's why I get to try to do these things live here on next to no budget, because I am no Julia Child. There, finally. Anyway, so far all we've done is mixed up a couple of things. From here, we add in 1 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. Wow, this baking stuff sure is hard, isn't it? Let me move the microphone over a little bit. Hopefully from about here, you should be able to hear me and not be drowned out by the mixer here. And we've got already just about all of our dry ingredients. Oh, except I think I forgot a little bit of salt. Give me 1 second. Step over this. Always forget something. Yeah, oh boy.